Vegas, baby, Vegas!
Las Vegas, Nevada. Are you ready? TheBoxingBoys.com. Welcome to Las Vegas, baby. We taking over.
Ness Heyman.
Mr. Vegas, you are Mr. Las Vegas.
I get in every fucking shit. They want me there.
TBV presents a ring walk with Danny.
Ring Walk Danny.
Owen Bama, only in America.
Because I fight for the people. I go for you and you and you. All these beautiful kids is here.
We turning TBV into the hot 9-7 of boxing.
Keep talking from Vegas.
You already know if it's a big fight, I'm pulling out. Chicago, we in here.
Man, man.
From the cotton fields of Alabama to the casinos of Las Vegas. Mama, I made it.
We up early, baby. The grind don't stop. Gilly the Kid ain't gonna be the only one around here doing big shit.
You are now locked into the Boxing Voice live from Las Vegas with Nesta Gibbs and Ring Walk Danny. This message was brought to you by SDS Promotions.
Vegas, baby, Vegas!
Las Vegas, Nevada. Are you ready? TheBoxingBoys.com. Welcome to Las Vegas, baby. We taking over.
Ness Heyman.
Mr. Vegas, you are Mr. Las Vegas.
I get in every fucking shit. They want me there.
TBV presents a ring walk with Danny.
Ring Walk Danny.
Owen Bama, only in America.
Because I fight for the people. I go for you and you and you. All these beautiful kids is here.
We turning TBV into the hot 9-7 of boxing.
Keep talking from Vegas.
You already know if it's a big fight, I'm pulling out. Chicago, we in here.
Man, man.
From the cotton fields of Alabama to the casinos of Las Vegas. Mama, I made it.
We up early, baby. The grind don't stop. Gilly the Kid ain't gonna be the only one around here doing big shit.
You are now locked into the Boxing Voice live from Las Vegas with Nesta Gibbs and Ring Walk Danny. This message was brought to you by SDS Promotions.
Vegas, baby, Vegas!
Las Vegas, Nevada. Are you ready? TheBoxingBoys.com. Welcome to Las Vegas, baby. We taking over.
Ness Heyman.
Mr. Vegas, you are Mr. Las Vegas.
I get in every fucking shit. They want me there.
TBV presents a ring walk with Danny.
Ring Walk Danny.
Owen Bama, only in America.
Because I fight for the people. I go for you and you and you. All these beautiful kids is here.
We turning TBV into the hot 9-7 of boxing.
Keep talking from Vegas.
You already know if it's a big fight, I'm pulling out. Chicago, we in here.
Man, man.
From the cotton fields of Alabama to the casinos of Las Vegas. Mama, I made it.
We up early, baby. The grind don't stop. Gilly the Kid ain't gonna be the only one around here doing big shit.
You are now locked into the Boxing Voice live from Las Vegas with Nesta Gibbs and Ring Walk Danny. This message was brought to you by SDS Promotions.
Vegas, baby, Vegas!
Las Vegas, Nevada. Are you ready? TheBoxingBoys.com. Welcome Welcome to Las Vegas, baby. We taking over.
Ness Heyman.
Mr. Vegas, you are Mr. Las Vegas.
I get in every fucking gym. They want me there.
TBV presents a ring walk with Danny.
Ringwalk Danny.
Oh, and Bama. Only in America.
Because I fight for the people. I go for you and you and you. All them beautiful kids is here.
We turning TBV into the Hot 97 of boxing.
Keep talking from Vegas.
You already know if it's a big fight, I'm pulling up. Chicago, we in here.
Man.
From the cotton fields of Alabama to the casinos of Las Vegas. Mama, I made it.
We up early, baby. The grind don't stop. Gilly the kid ain't gonna be the only one around here doing big shit.
You are now locked into the Boxing Voice live from Las Vegas with Nesta Gibbs and Ringwalk Danny.
What up, what up, what up, what up? Welcome back, everybody, to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. It's your boy, Ringwalk Danny. Here to talk about the big one. And here to talk about the big fish, right? I just got done watching the $1 million worth of game. One sec. I just got done watching the $1 million worth of game this morning with Errol, Spence, Gilly, and Wallow. And first and foremost, gotta say shout out to them, right, for the amazing interview. They went like an hour and a half or some shit like that. Boy, do they have a lot of fucking sponsors. Holy shit. Bro, it was like a lot of ads, like 5 minutes worth. I just skipped right past that shit. But nonetheless, they was able to bring us a lot of insight, a lot of information. I loved a lot of the things Errol said personally, and I want to get right into that. So, for one thing I took away from it was the Al Heyman visit to the hospital, and just the fact that he doesn't remember being in the hospital at all. It's quite funny because I saw the $1 million worth of game interview this morning, and so I heard Errol say he doesn't remember his time spent in the hospital, and so I hop on this Twitter space this morning. And that's what they're discussing, and I'm listening, and it's like some of the people's concerned at the fact that he has said that. And to me, it's like, what is there to be concerned with? We just saw him return not just against Danny Garcia, but Yordani Suga. So him not remembering the first 6 weeks of the hospital. Was it shocking to me? It was, but it was no need for concern. Not in my opinion, at least. I felt that we've seen enough of him, and we've seen. Yo, can y'all hear me? Make sure I sound alright. But I feel like we've seen enough of him, and he's been so far removed from the accident that at this point, I don't think it'll be anything to affect him going into this fight. That being said, Gilly brings up the fact on how Errol sells tickets, Errol sells the pay-per-views, and that, in this country, he said you got guys like Canelo and you got guys like AJ, but in this country, nobody doing it like you. You really are the big fish. And Errol says, yeah, I'm him. And then they like HIM, Himothy, and shit like that. So I found that moment pretty funny. And when you think about it, right, you take Canelo out, who obviously is a Mexican fighter, just fighting in the U.S., and then for the most part, and then Anthony Joshua, a British fighter who, fights a bit internationally, but mostly in the UK. Like, if you look at his career as a whole, it's been mostly in the UK. But, yeah, outside of them two guys, I mean, who's selling more tickets than Errol Spence on a consistent basis? He's been on pay-per-view, since the Mikey fight. He hasn't not been on pay-per-view since then. So I think that outside of Joshua and Canelo, it very well can be argued that Errol Spence is him in America. Yo, boxing pound for pound Jack says Danny using he, him, they in support of Pride Month. Fish fry on July 29th. You are hilarious. Yo, but happy Juneteenth to everybody. It is June 19th, so happy Juneteenth to everybody. Look, man, they the ones saying him, Himothy. You feel me? Him. But in saying so, you can't really argue their point. Like, outside of AJ, outside of Canelo, who is selling more uh pay-per-views, who is selling more tickets? Like, he's had a couple stadium fights now. Like, I know he went to the UK, fought Kel. That was in front of 30. Obviously, that was Kel's people. But yeah, I mean, Jerry likes him. I don't know that anybody has fought at Cowboys Stadium more than him. No. No, he has fought there more than anybody. It's been 3 times. He fought Mikey Garcia there, Danny Garcia, and then he fought Yordani Sugas. I was at 2 of those 3 fights, and both fights were big fights. 40,000 and 48,000 respectively, and you felt the atmosphere in a half-empty stadium against Hugas with 40,000. You felt the fucking atmosphere, and it's something special when he fights in Dallas. I was at his fight in LA with Sean Porter. That was a fucking phenomenal event. That was a memorable fight. So I think it can be said that he's able to produce those tickets. He's able to produce those pay-per-views. Obviously, Tank has been able to fight in the arenas. He hasn't broken into the stadiums yet, but his arena ticket prices, at least in the last one, very high. Tank has fought at a higher pay-per-view price. And I would say up until the last fight, Errol probably has sold more pay-per-views. Um, he also has had bigger dance partners up until Tank Ryan, right? So we'll see what what Spence and Bud does. I have high expectations. I don't know that I have the expectations that Gilly has. He said 1.8 million. I think that's a bit ambitious. I think they're doing a lot of media for this. Been seeing a lot of interviews come out. Right as I was about to go live, another interview with Errol came out. This one with Big Boy. Um, I think this one breaks 1 million. I really do. I think this is biggest fight of the last 10 years. I don't like. I think this is the best fight of the last 10 years. I don't think it's the biggest. Let me rephrase that. I think it's the best fight of the last 10 years. If not more, right? And because of that, I just think that it's gonna really bring out a lot of the hardcores. It's gonna bring out the casuals, and I think a lot of the promotion is really gonna cross over and bring some of the fans out. So I'm expecting them to do 1 million. I think this is the Super Bowl, the welterweight division. It's the one that we've all wanted, and hopefully everybody turns out. Errol sounds very confident, yo. It's like I took it as confidence and like in like a humble way, right? Cause he was like, yeah, I'm chill these days. I just got my house, 60 acres. I'm like, damn. Like, anybody that been on a farm and knows anything about acreage and land, that's a lot. You feel me? 60 acres is fucking huge. Like, you damn near could throw a party. Your neighbor's not hearing shit. 60 acres, holy fuck. He's like, yeah, my house not that big. It's only 3,000 square feet. And don't get me wrong, I don't think that's huge, but I'm like, yo, that's a big house, champ. You feel me? Like, it's a good sized house. Um, And then he like, yeah, you feel me? I don't drive nothing crazy, just a TRX. And I'm like, okay, that's a $96,000 truck plus. You feel me? He like, I got the Mercedes Maybach, but my lady tried that. I'm like, all right, cool. Then I got the Escalade. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm like, he probably should have led with the Escalade, depending which one he got, right? Because the TRX, pretty much every vehicle he named was 100,000 plus. But he talking about his cattle and his horses and how like he's been so cautious going into this fight. He don't even want to ride his horses just to be on the safe side. So I really enjoyed the interview. Shout out to Gilly and Wallow for sure. I'm excited for the fight. I'm excited for the fight. Um, I found it curious. I was curious though because I'm like, is he really him? Is he really the biggest in America? When you take into consideration the stardom, the pay-per-views, the ticket sales, is he really him? So obviously wanted to get the people's thoughts. Right now we got the poll going. Poll is at 138 votes. 41% of the people are saying Spence needs to beat Bud to be him. And then for second and third, we have a tie, 29% apiece, and now it kind of switched to 30. So 30% right now saying, hell yeah, he sells tickets and pay-per-views. And then 29% is saying Tank is the biggest. Tony T says, having the farm is a tax break, agriculture. Not for sure, but I'm just saying, like, cool, he got the farm, but 60 acres is a fuck ton. Before anybody say anything, I know Rick Ross got like the 300 something, but like my dad's peoples had 5, and that shit was like, bro, that shit was huge. Like riding your bike, they house was on 5 acres, bro. From the road, riding a driveway to the garage, that shit was like a minute and a half. I swear on my bike. You feel me? So imagine 60 acres. Feel me? Like 60 is a lot. And he said he trying to buy like another 100 something that border his thing. He said a 2-car garage is 300 square feet, so 3,000 is pretty big. Yeah, like I said, I don't think it's huge or a mansion, but I'm like, nah, champ, that's pretty good. You feel me? You probably got 4 or 5 bedrooms in that at least, 4.5 bathrooms, something like that. So he got a good sized house. Errol Spence is finally going to go 100. I like that rib cage is broken half. Yeah, man. He seems to believe that he has the best body punching in boxing. He said nobody punches to the body like me. Yeah, they may throw to the body, but I stab to the body. I'm trying to go through your rib cage. So he said 60 acres might be dirt cheap in a place where he is from. So the money isn't big to buy 60 acres, in my opinion. Um, I don't know, man. I know back home in the suburbs, so maybe 40 minutes from the city, from actual Chicago. 10 years ago, an acre was going for 50, 60,000. So, 60 times 60, and that's back home. I don't know what it's going for in Texas. That was 10 years ago. It could be less, it could be more, because I'm sure he is within reasonable distance from Dallas. I'm sure he's not out in a bumfuck middle of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's within distance to the city of Dallas. He's from DeSoto or grew up in DeSoto. Uh, Sir D says Errol Spence needs to win this fight and then go after the winner of Tim versus Charlo. Yo, we're gonna talk about that tomorrow morning. Tim Zoo looks sensational. He actually mentioned Errol Spence in a way. And yeah, we talking about that tomorrow morning. Word, 60 acres is like a small city. Word is born. Like, Bro, you could fit 100+ homes on 60 acres easy. Easy. Like I'm talking about if you put 100 homes on 60 acres, all of those homes have ginormous yards. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Talking about a small city. You are not lying. He said we giving Bud that Trinidadian recipe for fish and bake. Okay. I'm pretty sure I just butchered that too, but feel me? Tim Zoo almost did a decapitation on Ocampo. Nah. Word, yo, like I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty disappointed in myself. All the picks I gave this weekend were wrong. Now I can say them. Rais Salim by decision was my strong recommend of the week. That was paying like plus 130. Uh, you feel me? He blew it in Australia to the Australian. Uh, I had Zoo. Actually, no, I didn't. I didn't have Zoo 6 through 12. I had Zoo money line. Um, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I wrote my bets down. Give me a sec. Hold up. I got them right here in my little notepad. Shout out to my little notepad. Damn, where I put the bets down? Cool, right there. Bets in the front. Here we go. Bets. Oh yeah, Ramla Ali by decision. Yo, she got knocked out. I couldn't believe that. That was crazy. That was crazy. I couldn't believe it. Wow. Then, like I said, Rais Salim decision. Pro grade 7 through 12. And then I took Zoo on the money line. So, I mean, Zoo hit, but he was like a minus. You feel me? And that was part of the parlay. So, it is what it is, though. Shout out to my boy Dennis in Tampa. Shout out to B Dog. I see you, champ. Appreciate you. Everybody rocking out. Smash that like button. We talking Errol Spence and the $1 million worth of game interview that he did with Gilly and Wallow. Shout out to them. Yo, it was crazy. Wallow seemed to believe that Bud Bud is going to train and go home, chill. He ain't gonna do too much. He say Spence, on the other hand, gonna go to the gym, train, and then go to the club for a walk through it and get a bag. And he told Spence that's why he's betting on Bud and not on him. And it was interesting. They talked about money. They talked about how Errol wants to live till he's 80, and that's why he chilling out on the spending and shit like that. And obviously the car accident being an eye opener. Him, like I said, not remembering any of the the hospital time, 6 weeks in the hospital. Apparently, when Al came to visit him, when Al came to visit Errol in the hospital, he told Al, make that Bud fight happen. I want to fight Bud when I get out the hospital. He says that he doesn't remember none of that, but obviously things that he was told. So, go ahead, check it out. I am reading everybody's comments because obviously I cannot take calls. We are the voice of the people, so still want to read everybody's comments and thoughts and see what they had to say on the $1 million worth of game interview with Errol Spence. Easy Blend he said, Bud, change your car oil. Yo, he said, oh my God, there was a fucking hilarious line that Errol said. Errol had a couple nice little one-liners that he pulled out during the interview. Gerardo Morales says, Spence about to be undisputed. President Jafar said, Ramla Ali got carried away being a model and a humanitarian rather than focusing on boxing. You can't play boxing. Yo, man, look, I thought she was winning the fight. Got caught with a good shot, got back up, got caught again, and still, was trying to get back up and got back up, just didn't beat the count. So, we wish her the best and moving forward. R. Hayes. Apparently, Spence wasn't even that drunk. He was getting chased by some goons over a fight in a club, allegedly. I don't know what you talking about, Champ. Yeah, bro. I don't know what you talking about. Champ says, remember Regis Prograde cried his way to a title shot. Yeah, I don't recall. I'm pretty sure he was ranked for that title shot, in position for that title shot. Postman said Wallow feel like Bud is a real fighter. Yeah, that's what he was saying. That's what he was saying. He kept oh, yes. Yes. Thank you, Mr. Gillian. Yes. That was the best one liner that fucking Earl had. So in this same part of the interview, Wallow said, yeah, but I noticed that, and he talking to Earl, he's like, I noticed that you come right out and you get straight to it and shit. And Bud, he take a couple rounds to download. And he was like, yeah, Bud gonna fuck around, catch a virus downloading this shit. He think this LimeWire, he gonna catch a virus. Bro, and obviously I'm misquoting, but it was something along those lines. But the way Earl said it was fucking hilarious. Q from Newark said, good to see EJ out his shell. Most natural I've seen him. I agreed. Right before I went live, he did the Big Boy interview came out, so I'm gonna go check that out. Dragon Leg said Ali got chalked. Murder scene. Damn. Oh. You know, yeah, I've heard people say that President Jafar. I've heard that. Um, Smells like OTR said Bud the biggest after the KO. Mm. I do. Here's the thing though, right? The biggest star, like they was talking the biggest star, right? I don't know that he's gonna be a bigger star than Tank if he beat Errol. Like Errol's already fighting in stadiums. No, none of the other two guys we talking about is doing that. But damn, yeah, I don't know that it's gonna be enough for him to be the biggest star outside of Canelo and AJ. Like you got to take pay-per-views, paydays, like you got to take all of that into consideration. At least they were in this scenario, so I don't know, man. I can't say that I entirely agree with that. I can't say that I agree with that actually. Pardon me, pardon me. Um, Champ Errol hinted vacating the belts if he wins because of the 3% commission fee. I don't know that he's actually paying the 3% because in that $1 million worth of game, he said how look, some people negotiate, and he a big name. I think he's one of those that negotiate for sure. Like you selling 48,000 tickets at Cowboy Stadium pay-per-view for the last 3-4 years, like you probably getting a deal. You know what I mean? If AJ lose, biggest star in America will be Tank. I agree with that, Tony T. I 110% agree with that. B Dog says Bud won't become the biggest star. He's just not that guy. Yeah, man. Like I think Errol has a mixture of it all, and he said a nice little line that I actually have in the title that said "Never too high, never too low," and he was pretty much saying how like he get a little bit of he get some of the hate, some of the love. You feel me? He able to cross over a little bit, but also be to himself a little bit, so still have some of that like mystery behind him, and I kind of like it, bro. I kind of like the interview and the way just that quote. That's why I threw it in the title. B Dog, I see you. Gerardo Morales says free Tank. Yeah, I mean, he probably gonna be out in the next couple weeks, right? Probably the next couple weeks. Fern Dog Martinez says Canelo is a duck. B Dog says, but a few years late to try and be a superstar. Damn, y'all think it's too late for Bud? You don't think he can turn it around? And he's being more open, doing a lot more interviews, got the camera crew with him, got the photographer with him. You know, he only like 35. This a big fight with a rematch clause and potentially another undisputed shot at Charlo if he were to win these, and you know he'd be a 2 division undisputed. Like, you never know, champ. Is it too late? I don't know that it is. Postman says, yeah, I remember Bill saying they don't pay sanctioning fees because they negotiated it. Yeah, but the promoter or whoever, somebody's still paying it, however you get it negotiated, and not just that's whoever's paying it, but then you could negotiate how much you paying. Is you really paying the three, or is you paying a flat fee? You know, I guarantee you Canelo paying a flat fee. He ain't paying no percentage off his fucking purses. I don't know when his last day in jail is. John Wick says Earl has Dallas behind him. Cowboy fans are like none other. I 100% agree. You know, Cowboy fans are fucking they're nuts. They're delusional. You know, they fall in love fast. They wear jean shorts. Um, and you know they drink cheap beer. So I agree, yo. Like I 100% agree. Jerry loves him. We just saw him in Frisco at the Star where he beat Ocampo at the practice facility. um, and even for that, you know, a lot of cameras was there. Dak was there. You know, he taking pictures with the whole team and shit like that. So John Wick says most definitely too late for Bud. He should have went to be. He should have hopped on. He should have been got on the PBC train. He says. Gerardo says put some money on his books. Write him. Yo, you hilarious. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, man. I'm pretty sure he don't want that. I don't know who was it. Meek. Meek said that the letters from the fans is what got him through his time. So you never know. But Meek ain't know when he was getting out. Tank definitely know when he getting out. Easy Blend says, you know Bud locked in. He ain't had a haircut since the Porter fight. Come on, champ. It ain't been that long. Do I think Caney Loma 2 big enough to have it at the T-Mobile? I think so. Hell yeah. I think the first one was so good and competitive. They got to throw, you know, a nice little undercard fight on it, but yeah. President Jafar says, Bud is my favorite boxer, number one, pound for pound. Every pound for pound number one isn't a mainstream name. No, and I get that. And, you know, in the interview, it's not, they say we know it's pound for pound, but when it comes to, you know, who that guy is, you know, you got Canelo, you got AJ, but in America, he said he's him. He says he sells the most tickets, got the pay per views, and, you know, is able to do those things. So, he said Gerardo says they need to run that back. We'll see, champ. I don't know if Devin stays at 35, to be honest with you. You know, after 30 fights, and I was saying that going into the fight. That's why I wasn't looking past Loma, because I knew this might be it at 35. Ed Weezy says, laughing my ass off. Is that Ness on that sauna suit bag? It's actually not. That's actually the owner, but they do favor each other, and I've told Ness that. I'm like, yo, y'all kind of looking like it's kind of funny. KDDR says, what up, Danny, TBV fam? Man, Errol going down like the Cowboys. Last play against the 49ers. July 29th, National Fish Fry. T-Bud by KO within 10 seconds. Damn! Tony T says, they're finna get that skill challenge back in Shorty. You know, that's definitely an option. Antonio Sanchez says, hey, yo, just had a thought, and maybe you can agree. Loma would whoop Regis. Oh man, Loma ain't never fought at 40, so I don't know, man. It'd be tough, I think. MJ says Bud by KO. All right, champ, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Easy Blend says Canelo versus David in 2028. Lord, I fucking hope not. Yo, like I said, that if that fight would have happened this year, that would have been a magical year. Like that's a fight I've wanted to see for some time. God damn, you said 115 degrees in Texas right now? President Jafar says Sugar Ray Robinson is a boxer's boxer. Ali is a mainstream name of a boxer. Similar composition. Similar comparison, my bad. Oscar said, Bud has not sent me that aqua fresher he came out with. Kind of bummed out. I mean, that was kind of recent. Um, but I hear you. I mean, some people like Ness are impatient. I ordered a shirt. It took 7 weeks to get here, and I start getting impatient around like week 4. Al Ramos says, Ringwalk, do you think Kaney is more likely to go up and get that Regis fight based on Ruguru's performance and having issues with a long jab? I don't think so. He was calling for that fight before. I think that was somebody that he's been eyeing. I think 40 is a division he's been eyeing. So I think that was something. And like Eddie said, he was the only one before the performance that was calling Regis' name. Sir D says Regis will wipe the floor with Lomachenko. Cut created the poll left out Canelo because they said outside of Canelo and AJ, I wouldn't have included AJ because he doesn't really fight in America, but he still is somebody that sells tickets and pay-per-views. But that's why I didn't include Canelo. Karma Serene says, yeah, it's ridiculous right now. 100 plus every day. I'm glad I ain't go see Jared because I would have been in Houston sweating my balls off. And quite frankly, Ringwalk hates the humidity. That is very disgusting. Whoa. Siri, chill out. Sir D says, me and Castano are totally different. We sort of have the same style, but I'm a walking zombie. I'm 10 times bigger and stronger than Castano, so yeah. What's he going to do when that happens? And is that a Tim Zoo quote? Yo, Donald, Ness is working on it, man. Ness is working on it. Same thing with Apple. Be back on Spotify and Apple soon. Don't worry. President Jafar says Regis is decent, but our fan base overrate him too much. I mean, I feel like he had a bad performance, but I don't know that he's overrated. But then again, it's like Eddie said. Hopefully, after that performance, more people will want to fight him, and he's aware of his performance. At least he's not delusional. Danny, do you think Errol is underestimating Crawford and pushing B-side hard on Crawford, the man who's been in the sport longer and more wins? Yeah, I don't think he's underestimating Crawford one bit at all. Like at all. Think he's giving this camp everything he got. I am not going to the Virgil Ortiz fight, no. MJ says Loma beats Regis. Okay. Let me know what y'all think in the chat. Make sure to smash the like button. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel and make sure you have that notification bell turned on so you know each and every time I do go live. Don't forget though, July 28th, TBV's 4th Appreciation Night Mixer right here in Las Vegas, the night before the biggest fight of the year, Errol, Spence, and Bud Crawford. The night before, we'll be having our Appreciation Night right here in Vegas. Tickets are on sale. We'll be featuring open bar the entire night. We'll have Passover hors d'oeuvres. We'll have a DJ playing music throughout the night. We'll have awards being given out. It is a dress to impress event. You don't want to miss it. Your favorite boxing stars are going to be there. Like I've said, the first guest we're looking to announce as a confirmed guest is one of the four legends. So definitely excited about that. Here's pictures of the venue. Here's some booths for our VIPs. More booths for some of the VIPs. A balcony overlooking downtown Vegas for the smokers. And this is the outside look. The venue is called Art House, and it is in downtown Las Vegas. Here is another view of that balcony with Fremont Street right here in Vegas. Bow. Another view. So go get your tickets. I know it's been a while since we've done the appreciation night. And tickets to the fight party are sold out, but it seems like there is enough interest that we may have to get a second theater, open up another 60 tickets, because that's how much overwhelming interest there is. That obviously comes with open bar as well. It comes with the nacho bar. It comes with your popcorn and your drinks. So you don't, for those who bought their tickets, you're not going to miss out. And for those who missed out on tickets, you better hope that we open up sales for a second theater, because tickets are gone. Those sold out in the four legends. Who the four legends? Who the four greats? It's only four of them. So that being said, it's one of the four that we're looking to announce as our first guest. Hardin will be in the building. You best fucking believe it. But go get your tickets now. They are on sale at Eventbrite. Just search up The Boxing Voice. Let's see where the poll is at. Right now, we have 287 votes. 41% of the public believe that Spence needs to beat Bud in order to be him. 33% of the people say, hell yeah, Errol Spence is him. He sells the tickets and the pay-per-views. And 26% of the people say no. Tank is the biggest in America. I'm not really like a nacho cheese kind of guy, but that's because I hate the Packers. So, I don't know. That's just me. But shout out to you, Karma, I prefer better cheese than nacho cheese. Danny, real talk, you can start your own channel too. Nobody can be mad at you because it's still traffic for y'all situation. Nah, champ, I hear you. Feel me? Danny got just a lot of things that he's working on, and outside of boxing and outside of the boxing voice in general. So appreciate the support. I appreciate everybody rocking out with me though. Ned's been on vacation. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I can't even get a hold of him. My man's out there living his best life. He out there living his best life. But I think that might be it. Ring Walk Danny, the boxing voice. Make sure to tune in tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Pacific, 9 a.m. Eastern for another edition of the show. I'm checking the chat, making sure I didn't miss anything, making sure I didn't miss anyone. Smash the like button on your way out. He said, Al Ramos said, in my opinion, he was legitimately knocked down in the first and was concerned with getting hit with that right hand. As awkward as Zorrilla was, he was sneaky quick with some pop. 1000% agree. I said it this morning. That was a knockdown. The only way you can pull somebody down is if pull somebody down with you is if you yourself are already either down or on your way down. Yeah, Ness on his Caribe tour living it up for sure, champ. That's no question about that. But that's it for me. Ringwalk Danny Ness, GTO, the boxing voice on all forms of social media and wherever podcasts can be found. Mac and Cheese says, good afternoon, champion. I appreciate it. What up, bro? What up with it? But that's it for me, man. Hasta mañana. Good morning. Yes, I'm talking about good morning. Yeah, it'll be good morning tomorrow. So catch me in the morning time, 6 a.m. Pacific, 9 a.m. Eastern. Peace. Have they announced the undercard? Abel Ro, who got announced? Jesus Ramos got announced. So we got Pitbull Cruz and Giovanni Cabrera co-main event. And then you also have motherfucker. Damn, that story came out that long ago. Fuck, man. Where is it? I could have swore I saw Ramos was on that shit too. Let me check. Damn, I feel stupid. Where the fuck that shit go, champ? But yeah, I'm pretty sure Jesus Ramos got added to the card. Yeah, Jesus Ramos, Sergio Garcia from Spain. So that's gonna be a good one. That's gonna be a good one. Sean Ferguson, what up, champ? New York Bullet, what up, champ? Big Boy Patek. Bro, I mean, ain't nobody talking, champ. I can only do but so much with no callers. Joshua, that's coming soon, brother. You have my word. What do you mean? Why would I leave now, bro? Nobody was in the comments. I was reading comments. There wasn't nothing else for me to read. I covered the interview, and that was about it. You feel me? I'm not in a rush. Yesterday, when it was popping, I was here. You feel me? I was definitely here. But yeah, to answer whoever's question, Jesus Ramos, Sergio Garcia, part of that pay-per-view. But yo, I appreciate everybody. Tune in tomorrow morning. Ring Walk Danny, the boxing voice. Ronnie Reyes, I appreciate you. Oscar, I appreciate you. Nuts took the other mixer, so yeah. Like he legit bought the other mixer because y'all remember the callers couldn't come through. It was too many issues, and got the other mixer. No more issues, and but he has it, and he in DR, and the internet issue out there is still not sorted. So I'm trying to figure something out. I'm hoping I could get at least like Discord or something situated for y'all. But Danny need that device that Nuts has to take callers. Word is born. Yo, we gonna be doing meet and greets. One of the four kings gonna sign y'all glove. You talking about get him to sign some gloves. He gonna be there signing the gloves for y'all, taking pictures with y'all. So go get your tickets for the appreciation night on sale right now on Eventbrite or TBV's Instagram, link in the bio. But once again, on behalf of the Boxing Voice, make sure to catch us on the next one. Peace.